Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. Whatever time it is, wherever you are on God's beautiful earth, I hope you're doing well. I'm Saved Zillennial, and this is the final episode of our Nostalgia Pizza Party Friday night series where we have been doing a playthrough of the, of course, greatest Call of Duty game that has ever been released. Anybody who's anybody knows that Finest Hour is peak COD gameplay. Of course, that is completely subjective, and if you look back at some of our previous presentations on this game, you will no doubt probably think that that is not my true opinion of this. But that's, yeah, anyway. I presume that if you're this far into it, if you're tuning into the 8th episode of a video game playthrough, especially one that says that it is the finale, my presumption is that you've probably been here for a while, just watching the videos. If not, that's totally okay as well too. You are free to join us. Perhaps for some context, it might be beneficial for you to check out some of the earlier videos, but I don't think that's necessary because, of course, this is more of a just kind of chill hangout sort of channel where we just kind of play video games and I sort of shoot the breeze and just kind of jib-jab with you, or at you, I guess, because you are not, in fact, talking to me through the computer. You might be talking at the computer, feeling as though I may hear you, but that's not the case. Especially if I keep dying in this game, you're probably liable to yell at me over it. Don't worry, I've yelled at the game too. This is the finale, the final episode special of our Call of Duty Finest Hour playthrough on Nostalgia Pizza Party Friday nights. If you are indeed new to the channel, and if you have stuck around, just so you're aware, we do a lot of video game stuff on the channel. This is our Friday episodes that we do. We also have Wildcard Wednesdays, which it's kind of an ever-evolving time slot for videos. We've kind of had a sort of like mystery, suspense, thriller kind of, sub-theme to that. That might change. I've got some stuff that I have planned for that. We're just going to kind of keep going with it and rolling and see how that goes. Not super married to the theme. I like the theme, but I might slip some other stuff in there as well too that doesn't quite fit the vibe of the Nostalgia Pizza Parties. And then, of course, our Monday videos are Minecraft Relaxation Block, where basically I'm just sort of like building a homestead in Minecraft and kind of like building up a medieval style village. Pretty fun stuff. That's another kind of good one that you can watch if you're just kind of trying to come down from the day. Maybe you need something to watch while you're eating. I know a lot of people do that. I do that as well. I watch videos while I eat too. But yeah, for those who are not aware of what the Nostalgia Pizza Party is, basically these sort of videos are kind of like a weird fragment, kind of like a peek back in time to a specific era in my childhood where my family would rent Blockbuster movies and I would get to rent Blockbuster video games for my GameCube. And, we would have some pizza, and I would spend the weekend blowing out my retinas playing video games on my SpongeBob SquarePants television in a dark room on my GameCube. So we don't specifically do just like retro games like that, or won't, I guess, because this is the first series for the channel. I have a lot of plans of different stuff that I want to do. It's not all just GameCube games and stuff. It's just mainly games that I kind of have a sentimental attachment to. And then also I've been opening it up. I've sort of been like compiling a list of viewer suggestions, bearing in mind though that, how do I say this without sounding like a jerk? My top priority isn't necessarily the viewer suggestions at the moment. It is something that I eventually want to get into, but I kind of have a short list of games that I want to touch on and do some stuff with before I start kind of like dipping into the viewer suggestions. Sort of my thought process with the viewer suggestions was that it could kind of be like emulating like when we were kids and we would like bring video games over to a friend's house or vice versa. So it's a video game that you might not necessarily have played a lot, but your friend suggested it, brought it over. That's kind of my like basic mentality with the idea of viewer suggestions. So it's not something that I want to do all the time, but it's definitely something I'd like to start compiling a list and maybe looking into getting some of those games for my GameCube or other systems. if you do want to leave a suggestion, that would be appreciated. Plus, it's also cool just to kind of share the video games that we grew up playing, you know? This is kind of, I don't intend it to be. I would hope that viewers of all ages would enjoy tuning into it, but obviously with the references and the culture and stuff like that, I'm a 26-year-old Zillennial, so I'm kind of, I have like a very specific sort of taste. Grew up in that kind of specific era of like the 2000s into the 2010s, you know? I talk a little bit more about that in some of our other episodes if you kind of want to go back and maybe find some of those diatribes. We do that a lot around here. Diatribes. Like I said, we're just unwinding from the day. Last episode, we actually did something where I actually had a pizza. For the first time in recording, I had a pizza and ate it. Today, I'm also doing that again, and it is Friday night at the time of recording this. I just got off of work, and on my way home, I stopped at Little Caesars through their drive-thru and got a large 3-meat pizza. Evidently, they have 2 meat lovers pizzas. There's one that has 3 meats, and then there's one that has 5 that has like this weird beef. And the lady that I was talking to in the drive-thru, she said she didn't really like the beef on the 5 meat. So I was like, I think I usually just get the 3 meat. So let's just go with that. You can have your opinions on Little Caesars if you want. I know people meme it to death. I like it. I don't eat it all the time, but for what it is, I mean, you can't really beat the convenience of being able to drive through a drive-thru on your way home after a shift and be able to just kind of get a pizza from the drive-thru. I mean, that's pretty peak, American fast food, right? So yeah, I've got my meat lovers pizza. I'll be chomping on that. So if you hear some strange noises, don't worry, it's not the creature under your bed. It is me eating pizza. Also, last episode, I think I can't remember what I was drinking, but today's beverage is a sort of homemade concoction, a homemade sweet tea lemonade combo. I can't remember if I had mentioned this in the last episode because I can't remember if that's what I was drinking, if I was doing the same thing. But basically, for those who are familiar, I take Milo's brand sweet tea and Milo's brand lemonade. The Dollar General up the road has the gallons. They're literally like a minute up the road from me. So anytime I'm kind of thirsty and sort of hankering something, I usually just pop in. And I kind of like just mix my own. I just basically do like an even 50-50 split of the sweet tea and the lemonade. So I make, what some colloquially refer to as an Arnold Palmer. Arnold Palmer. Say that 10 times fast, I guess. Of course, everybody knows Arnold Palmer is the famous stick hockey player. Just kidding. Just joshing you. He's a golfer, I think. No, I know he's a golfer. And for those of you who are familiar with Milo's, if you are indeed a fellow Milo's enjoyer, you would know that Milo's actually does make a designated variant. They have their own pre-made jugs of sweet tea lemonade, and those are pretty good. I don't mind it. I just don't really go out of my way to get it because I feel like, and maybe this is just the couple of batches that I've had, it's kind of a little stronger on the sweet tea side. So like I say, it's not bad. If you're somebody who enjoys your Arnold Palmer's a little bit more towards the sweet tea side, maybe try some of the Milo's premix. I'm the kind of person, I usually kind of like them actually a little bit more to the lemonade side. So that's why I like just kind of being able to mix my own. I can sort of tweak the levels and stuff. And for those who are concerned about the fact that we're like almost 10 minutes in and we haven't started any gameplay, that's kind of part of what we do here. I'm kind of just like sitting here eyeballing this pizza. Probably going to take a couple bites here in a second. But yeah, I mean, this is the 8th episode of this series in general of the Nostalgia Pizza Parties, formerly known as Blockbuster Pizza Parties. But again, this is the special finale of Call of Duty Finest Hour. So as I mentioned in the last episode, basically however long it takes, we're gonna finish this in this episode. This is gonna be it. I figured 2 months of Finest Hour is probably more than enough, and I'd like to move on to some other stuff as well too. We're gonna just have to see how much I die in this episode, because if you're not familiar with the channel, I kind of just do light editing on this sort of stuff. Nothing too spectacular, nothing too crazy. I like you to kind of feel like you're maybe in the room with me. And, for that reason, I just don't do a lot of cuts and stuff. However, within the context of this video game, we have kind of had to, sorry, I took a bite of my pizza. I've kind of started to do some cuts where, like, if I die too many times in one area, I'll just sort of pause it. Oh, holy crap. Yeah, we're getting into it now. Holy cow. Yeah, I've kind of been, if I am in an area where I die a lot, I'll usually pause the recording and just kind of finish that area so that you guys don't have to sit there for like 45 minutes watching me fumble my way through one area. Otherwise, I kind of like that idea of just real freeform stuff. I'm glad that we got a BAR in this level because the last how do I reload again? Oh, whoops. Oh no, that wasn't the right button. Jeez. Last episode we kind of talked about how in this game it seems like the BAR is sort of meta for these later levels because the difficulty curve has kind of like it's kind of gotten pretty intense over the last couple levels. Recoil's a little intense on it though, but that is what it is. What else do we have? Do I have any other gun? Oh, I don't have another one. If I would have known that, I would have picked up this MP40 that I saw back here. Oop, another health pack. There we go. Just to have a secondary, you never know. Yeah, like I said, I hope you don't mind me talking for 10 minutes straight. But, again, it's more casual stuff. I've got some plans for later on in the channel. I have some ideas for like some one-off episodes that are maybe going to be a little bit more polished. You know, episodes that kind of have a little bit more of a theme and stuff like that. I might do just a lot more editing on that just to kind of clean them up a bit. But for these, the purpose of this is just kind of like, you know, hangout time or whatever. So, you know, just so that your expectations are sort of leveraged on it. And yeah, if you haven't already, definitely, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed and maybe even left a like. Look at that. I picked up Thompson ammo, but I don't have a Thompson. I think there's like some airplanes flying up above us. It sounded like a toilet was flushing for a second. Oh, a G43. Ooh. It's scoped too. Ooh, I don't know about that. The Gewehr 43 is like a semi-auto rifle. Kind of like, I guess it, I don't know, people who are like super big history buffs might sort of cringe at this because it's not really the same thing, but it's kind of like you could make a reasonable.
The bridge is still standing. I don't believe it. We gotta call
Yeah.
headquarters.
The bridge is still standing.
HQ, this is Able Company. We have confirmation that the Remagen bridge that crosses the Rhine is intact. Repeat.
No, what I was gonna say is like you could kind of, if you're somebody who's more casual with your thinking on like World War II small arms, a fair enough comparison would be like the Gewehr 43 is kind of like an analog, like a German analog to the M1 Garand, if only in the sense that it's just like a semi-automatic. Oh, sorry, he was a buddy. Just like a semi-automatic rifle. Which, if you think about like the historical context of that, like yeah, you know, you've got like Browning automatics, and you also have a bunch of submachine guns, sort of like floating around there, like MP40s, Thompsons, Papashas, you know, the whole 9 yards. But like the idea of having a rifle like a M1 Garand or a Gewehr, which I kind of hear, I think the Gewehrs were kind of notorious for being like prone to jamming. I don't know if that's, maybe that's just something I heard. I don't know if there's a lot of truth to that. If you're a Gewehr 43 expert, let me know. But like you have to think about how crazy it is that like most people kind of went into World War II, even just still kind of using like 5-shot bolt action rifles, which is pretty wild. So when the Americans kind of like were coming in with freaking like 8 rounds of was it 308? No, I don't think it was 308. I think it was 30-06. I can't remember. Like 8 rounds of that semi-auto, like that's pretty crazy. When the German counterpart would have been, oh holy crap. The German counterpart would have literally just been like Kar 98s, like 5-shot bolt action rifles. Pretty interesting sort of era for small arms design for sure. Ay, do I have any other health packs? I don't know what that item is. Oh, it's probably grenades, yeah. I'd like to have some health. More grenades, okay. This is such a big area, there's bound to be some sort of like secret health packs lying around here. I have been criticizing... Oh, there's more Germans over here? I have been criticizing this game for seemingly not having enough like healing items in these later levels, because for those who are like more familiar with modern Call of Duty games, you'll no doubt be familiar with the like there's not really a health bar per se, like in that way, and you have regenerative health. Oh, whoops. You have regenerative healing in newer Call of Duty games. This leg actually has a health bar, and there's no regeneration to it. Oh no. Sorry, my mouth is full of pizza. It invisible walled me. Dang, dude. But hey, at least my health is full, so that's okay. Uh-oh. Well, that's the first death, guys, so let's see how this goes. Well, while I'm mowing down Nazis... Uh-oh, that's gonna blow me up. Yep, that's what I figured. Well, while I'm mowing down Nazis, how was your day? Did you work like I had to work today? Work is fun. I'm gonna get totally mowed down by this machine gun that's out here, though. Yep, I figured. Let's give it one more go and see what we can do. So it invisible walled us out of that, so we're kind of a little bit stuck, but we have a bunch of grenades. Gotta kind of watch the recoil on this beast. Oh, come on. This is also evidently prior to the throwing back grenades mechanic that has become so prevalent in Call of Duty games, and I think first-person shooters in general. It would be really nice if that was a thing in this game, because these guys are freaking... Your enemies are grenade happy, dude. Like, 100%. Oy, oy, oy. Just hucking pineapples, bro. Hucking pineapples. Whoops. Definitely don't want to quit. We're not giving up yet, guys. Yeah, I'm super stoked that we're on our last episode of Call of Duty Finest Hour. Not that I haven't enjoyed playing it. I know, if you've tuned in for all the episodes, if you've kind of been here since the beginning, you've seen me get a little bit frustrated with the game. A lot of that has to do with, like, controls. Bearing in mind that this game was released in 2004, so it is literally a 20-year-old game. As crazy as that sounds to me, because I played this when I was growing up. Can I have that, Thompson? Or is that, like, yours? Whoa! Oh! Oh, buddy! Get him, dude, get him. Can I hop on that, please? Yeah. Can I? Yeah. Just let me take care of this. Yeah, I mean, I didn't necessarily get this game right when it came out. I bought this used at a GameStop, but it probably was around like maybe 2006, I want to say. Like there or thereabouts. Whoops. Yeah, because I was about 8 years old. So like 05, 06 maybe, or 06, 07, right about there. Yeah, I couldn't pick up that Thompson, so... Gosh, yeah, it is... I mean, I like it. Like, the game itself, it's so cool, right? Just the aesthetics. And it's a nice little time capsule, I think. That's kind of what this whole series is sort of, like, started as. Is just this sort of, like... It's literally, it's in the name, right? Nostalgia Pizza Party. So it's fun to look at these, like, older games, especially ones that are kind of like, Uh-oh. Get away. Especially these older games that are kind of like, they're definitely like a prior era, really. I mean, 20 years ago. I mean, heck, dude. Games from 10 years ago are honestly kind of like in a completely different era at this point as well, too. Speaking of which, like... There's so many other games that I want to play. It's like I've said in previous episodes, I have a short list of games that I'm definitely wanting to try to get to. Did I hear somebody? Oh, there you are, buddy. Come on. Can't sneak up on me. Uh-oh. Although you kind of did. There's like 2 of them. Oh. Yeah, the hitboxes are a little bit weird. Oh, he chucked a grenade. Nope. Ah, jeez. What is this? M1919. Oh, okay. Oh, there we go. 100 rounds of this stuff. This will be our mystery Mauskatool for later. Let's continue slapping around these Germans with the BAR. And if I get into a hairy spot, I have 100 rounds of pure hatred coming out of that machine gun. Yeah, let me know. Are you guys eating some pizza right now? That'd be kind of fun. I wonder how many of you have actually... I can't even believe that I didn't even think to ask this at any other point during the series up to this point. How many of you guys are actually, like, consistently eating pizza while you watch this? Like, are you having a pizza party? I mean, you know, even though I'm not necessarily eating pizza every time, I consider it like a party. Oh gosh, yeah, sorry. I had an entire diatribe that I was going to go on about, like, I have a short list of games that I want to get to, and we talk about, like, different eras, right? Because that's kind of the cool thing about it is, as time goes on, right? And when you are playing video games, you obviously have the potential to play not only games that come out, you know, during the time that you're growing up, but you also can play any game up to that point, right? Oh no, that guy bit the dust. Dang, dude. Poor guy. So, you know, I played a lot of games growing up that didn't come out, like, anywhere near, like, what would be considered, like, my generation or whatever. But that's the neat thing about it, right? Like, there's so many other games that I played coming up, like, or when I was coming up. Like, Morrowind is really cool. I really, historically have been a big Elder Scrolls nerd. So Morrowind is one. Morrowind. Jeez. I don't know. One of these days I'll decide on pronunciations for some of these words. You probably hear my weird sort of like, it's not really a speech impediment, but it's just like a weird vernacular, I guess, where sometimes I like certain words I will pronounce them multiple times, sometimes like within the same sentence. I guess it's just whatever sounds good to my ears. That's particular. Oh my gosh. Whatever sounds good that particular day. Or moment, I guess. But yeah. Like, think about a game like this. 2004 versus like a game like Skyrim that came out in 2011, right? Like both of those games are games that I played growing up at different points in my life. So that's what's cool, being able to play a lot of different games, but to have like something like this, which I guess the point that I was trying to make is that like if you look at a game like this, you can just tell instantly like, okay, yeah, that's from a completely different time period. Like that's a different era, right? Whereas, I mean, obviously because of the ubiquity of Skyrim, you would be hard pressed, I feel like, to find anybody who is a gamer, who's been into video games for any appreciable amount of time. I think you'd be pretty hard pressed to find anybody who doesn't know what Skyrim is at this point. Just because of its like ubiquity. However, like just the way that works with kind of like mods and stuff like that, and the way that people can tweak graphics and stuff. I mean, I don't know, and I guess does that count as cheating though? Because like, would somebody be able to like confuse vanilla Skyrim with 2011 like graphics and stuff? I wonder if somebody would be able to confuse that with like a contemporary game. Probably not, really, unless you just added like some basic like HD stuff. Maybe the version that's out right now is perhaps something that with all the different adjustments that have been made could potentially make it look a little bit more like a modern game. Oh no, wait, did I just pick up more ammo for that? Nice, that's awesome. Browning, I was trying to figure out, it's the Browning 50 cal. I was trying to remember what it was called. So I don't know. I don't know. For me, like Skyrim just feels a little bit more modern, and I mean, obviously there's an argument to make about the fact that like Skyrim, maybe not necessarily in the graphics department, but just like Skyrim did kind of change the game a little bit, like it really did sort of inform really like the entire generation of games that came after it in one way or another, right? And for good reason too. That game is awesome. If you haven't been able to tell already, I am definitely planning on playing Skyrim. We'll see. I haven't really planned out what my very next game is going to be at this point. If you've kind of listened to some of the other presentations, oh, okay, no, thank you. No, that's okay. How am I supposed to contest with a tank? What in the world?
King Tigers, take cover!
Yeah. Did they glitch out? Oh no, he did not. He in fact did not glitch out. What do I do? Can I just like huck some pineapples at it? Will that do anything? Yeah, I'm sort of toying with different like formats for these episodes, and there's no sprint mechanic in this game as well too, so I can't necessarily like run away. Why? All because I got caught up on that step. I don't really know what to do here, guys. I didn't see like a Panzerschreck. I'm probably gonna die going this way. I don't think I saw a Panzerschreck. Lone K anti-tank weapons inside the rat house. Did I kind of screw that up? I was probably supposed to go that way. I missed it. I think I should have gone around the fence. One of those blunders, it happens. Oh, I'm totally gonna die. Can I make it? I need some kind of a healing item here. I really do. Nope. No thank you. Oh, yes. Oh, buddy. Yes, please. That is what I'm talking about. Oh, get out of here. Get out of here. Oh, no. Please, I'm reloading. Come on, what happened to gentlemanly combat? Don't you know you're supposed to let your opponent reload? That's kind of that's the done thing, guys. Oh, it's so dark, dude. Whoa! Easy there, guys. Jeez. See, now it feels like they're giving me a bunch of like health packs at this point. Oh, get the heck out of here, dude. See, I told you. Special Mauska tool. Okay, is it gonna one-shot him like in that one Russian mission that we did? Or no, I think that was an American mission. Yeah, because it was when we were doing the tanks. It was just a previous mission. Did it one-shot it? Two-shot maybe? One more for good measure? Third time's the charm? I think third time was the charm. Not bad. I mean, I'm kind of impressed that I didn't get freaking blown away by the by those tanks. That is what I'm talking about. Whew. Okay, I need like a submachine gun here. Or something? I don't know. Okay, good, good. I need me some more pizza.
Good shot, sir. Those Tigers never knew what hit them.
Oh, nice. Heck yeah. Man, we're actually making pretty good time. I'm sorry if it bothers you to hear me eating and drinking.
All right.
Oh, is that guy that we played in the last mission?
Click south of here.
Oh, come on. That's what I'm talking about. That is so cool. Oh, I got the BAR again? Did it steal my freaking... Aw. It stole the 50 cal, guys. Ooh, do I want the M1 Garand or the Thompson? Probably the Thompson. Ooh, sorry about that. Man, we got tanks and stuff now? Oh, did it freaking devolve into another escort mission? I'm not very happy about that. I don't really like escort missions. What is going on here, guys? Somebody blowing me up, dude. Literally. I gotta remember from the one mission. Oh, no, no, no. Come on, buddy. Get out of here. Take a freaking pineapple. Oh, shoosh. Sorry. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, my gosh. That's horrible. I kind of forgot for a split second that the A button in this game does not, in fact, allow you to jump. The A button is what you press to throw grenades. Seems like the same formula as the first American mission with escorting the tank. I mean, hey, so far we haven't had to do any cuts, which is nice. Oh, uh-oh.
Clear out those mines in the street. Wait for an opening.
I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but there's like a bunch of guys like shooting machine guns at me from these like windows. So maybe if you guys could blow them up with your tank, that would be really helpful. Okay, I need some kind of a health pack here real quick before I take those landmines out. There we go. Okay. Oh. Ay, ay, ay. I heard that go off, too. Okay. Oh, boy. Here we go. Okay. 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 Bomb has been defused. Scoop must survive. Are you Scoop, I'm imagining? Hi, Scoop. How are you? Sounds like a college nickname. Scoop. Leave a like and a comment below if your college nickname was Scoop. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, yeah. No. No. You guys do a very poor job of mowing these people down. Oh, dude, come on. Again, it just seems a little ironic to me that we consistently pass back and forth between missions where we are tanks and we totally like tear things up, and missions where we have to like escort tanks. Boom. I could get used to this. Nice. Yeah, this isn't too bad. Semi-automatic sniping is a lot better than freaking bolt-action sniping. Excuse me. Excuse me. Dude, I am in desperate need of some healing items. Holy crap. Yeah, dude, aye. I mean, at least the health bar for the tank that we're escorting isn't just completely melting away like it was in the first mission. Like, it barely has taken any damage. So that's pretty cool. That's why I don't really mind leaving it unattended. It's like those freaking memes where, like, they're all like, hey, this is my such and such. Can you watch him for a second while I go get something? It's like, hey, this is my Scoop. Can you watch him while I go find some healing items, please? Oh, dude. And I don't think it's going to let us go any further back than this, because this was the beginning. Like, look, it won't even let us go back in the building. Do we have any health packs at all? Ay. As you can tell, I have not bothered to look up any sort of, like, game guides for this. Whether or not that was a good idea, yes, that is, in fact, the invisible wall. Whether or not it was a good idea to go in blind, I cannot say. Of course, if you're somebody who's tuned into the other content on the channel, especially if you've seen the Wildcard Wednesday Lost in the Woods series, where we attempted to do a 100-day hardcore horror survival challenge in Minecraft with a mod pack. I didn't look up anything about that mod pack when I first started, and I totally like floundered, holy crap, floundered around because I didn't even look anything up on it. Ooh. Yes, please. It's not much, but every little bit helps. Ooh, grenades. Yeah. At least I'm doing a lot better than the first sniping mission that we had. If you remember that was, I think, in episode 1 or 2. We did horrible. I did horrible. Don't worry, it was not your fault. Man, we burned through quite a bit of ammo for that thing. For that G43. Oh! Yeah, you gotta watch the recoil on this thing. It'll get away from you. But yeah, I think I was talking a little bit earlier before I lost my train of thought. I'm kind of experimenting with different ideas for some different formats, just in the sense of like what I want to do for the nostalgia video games that we do. Whether or not I want to, because I know that I'm not going to exclusively just do the full playthroughs. Wow. I'm not necessarily going to exclusively do the full playthroughs. I do also want to kind of mix it with some like one-off or maybe like two-off episodes. Yep, I figured. I want to kind of mix it with some like one and two-off episodes, but then I also kind of want to do this thing that I think is kind of like a hybrid where I can do, I could try to do, well, here, I'm going to pause real quick and get a little bit further in the game, and then I'll continue the diatribe that I was going to go on, if I remember. We'll see how long this takes, but this is our first break. Hey, it only took us 41 minutes to get to that, so that's not too bad. But I will see you in the future. Okay, I'm back. It only took me a few tries. It's just rough because the checkpoints aren't really a thing. So it takes a hot freaking minute to get back to where you were when you die, you know? It is really a grind. Not necessarily a bad thing, but man, it is a freaking grind. But yeah, what I was saying was I kind of want to experiment with a little bit of like hybrid content, in the sense of like, in addition to doing like, one-off, or maybe like two-off episodes on specific games that I might not necessarily want to sink my teeth into that bad. In between doing that and also doing like full playthroughs of games, I kind of want to do this thing where I just sort of like, you know, start playing a game, and then just kind of like have a cycle of games that I play on like a somewhat random rotation. The game that comes to my mind, like one of the games that comes to my mind for doing that with is like Skyrim, or some of those other like open world games, because like the thing about those games is it would be really difficult to want to do like a full playthrough, for a couple of reasons, and I kind of mentioned this in one of the last episodes. It might have even been the last episode. Like there's part of me that's like, well, oh, excuse me, I got a yawn. Sorry. Ugh. You already know I just got off work, so you'll have to deal with the yawns. Like, you could do, like, a full playthrough of those and just stick with, like, the very basics, you know, just the main story. And, like, that's all well and good, but that's kind of boring. And that's, like, half of what makes those games so fun is the fact that you have, like, so much freedom to just do whatever the heck you want with them. So I feel like it wouldn't really be doing a game like Skyrim or a game like Fallout New Vegas or like Morrowind, Oblivion, Fallout 3. It wouldn't really feel to me like I would be doing those games justice by just kind of like going through and trying to do like just a real basic playthrough of like just the main storyline, because there's so much other content in there. But those are so open-ended because you could literally like, you could play those for ages and ages. So it would be kind of lame to just do like, you know, I don't want to devolve into like just a Skyrim channel. So that's why like the idea of having like a somewhat random rotation of different games like that are a little bit beefier, I think that'd be kind of fun. Maybe kind of like a similar thing with games sort of like games in the Dark Souls series, where it's like Yeah, it'd be super fun to play those. But there's a lot you can do with them. So doing like a full playthrough, back to back, kind of like what we're doing with this, just seems like it'd be kind of tough. Like I said, I mean, I'll still do full playthroughs. For games where it's kind of applicable. I mean, like 8 episodes isn't really too bad. I didn't feel like anyway. But that's kind of like where I would want to keep it if I did like an actual full playthrough. And then I'm also willing to experiment with like different episode lengths. Like I know generally speaking, these episodes kind of are just about like right at the hour mark is kind of where I've been capping them, which sounds pretty good. Seems pretty good. We'll just kind of have to keep playing around with that. Like this is one of those episodes, like I said, we're going until the game's over. Like this is it, guys. Like we're freaking rocking and we are rolling. I think right as of right now, that previous segment we got, what did I say, is about 41 hours, or sorry, 41 hours, 41 minutes in. We're not quite at about 5 for this. Ooh. Oh, we finally reached another checkpoint. Holy crap. I promise it didn't take me too long to get to this point from our last try. It's just like, oh no, come on, buddy. Like I said, I'm just tired. I worked all day today, you know how it goes. Oh gosh. What the heck, guys? Are you not like my friend? I don't think that they are my friend. No, those are my friends. Why were they shooting at me? That's kind of lame. Jerks.
King Tigers, take cover!
Ooh. Can I have some health, please? Oh, they're right there. Are they gonna, like, destroy the tanks? Am I supposed to be taking the... Come on, there's 3 of our tanks over there, guys. And you're relying on the one freaking guy? Jeez. These guys are, like, crazy. There is literally 3 of our tanks just right there. Like, I don't know if that's a glitch or what. Oh, 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 oh! Trying to see if I can't find any healing items over here. Ooh, did we find a little stash pile? Maybe. Oh, I just don't need the grenades, guys. Like, I really just don't right now. Yeah, I don't know, man. Would I recommend playing... Oh, here we go, finally. Would I recommend playing Call of Duty Finest Hour in the modern era? Man, I don't know. If you're not somebody who's, like, played a lot of games like this, a lot of older games, I just don't know if you'd have a good time with it unless like you have to be really willing to accept the fact that the controls are like they're not horrible. Like it is obviously playable. Like I've gotten this far into the game. I feel like I've almost beat the game. Like I feel like I've almost beat the game. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm like right there, but gosh, it's just rough. Like it can be really rough sometimes. I mean, if you're somebody like me who grew up playing this game, then like I'm sure you're probably like me anyway, and you probably like freaking come back and play this every once in a while anyway. Oh my gosh, guys, really? These freaking tanks, am I the only one who sees the freaking irony in the flip-flopping back and forth between, yep, that's kind of what I figured. Am I the only one who sees the irony in the flip-flopping back and forth between these missions where you play as tanks and you just absolutely decimate versus these where you play as like freaking puny single freaking soldiers that are supposed to protect 5 tanks and like you're the one who's carrying? Like, am I the only one who sees the irony in that choice of doing it that way? Because I think that's really weird. So those are our tanks. They shouldn't be shooting at me. I don't... Why would you do that? Stop doing that. What the heck are they doing? Dude. Yeah, it's not great, man. Yep, figured as much. I mean, we're right by the freaking checkpoint, so I don't know. I'll do one more go and see if I can't maybe speed up the process. Run, run, run. Get away from the tanks. Get away from the tanks. I mean, every time we die and have to repeat a level, like, I don't know, we learn a little bit more about the level, which I guess that's kind of part of these types of games. I mean, honestly, part of games in general, just the idea of, like, repetition. I mean, that's literally like the Souls series of games, pretty much like to a T. Just this concept of like this notion of repetition, you know, learning patterns, learning what's going on, where everything is, learning where each enemy is and what they do and how to get rid of them. I don't know why, but for some reason it feels like the movement speed got really slow all of a sudden. But then, like, I've tried to put it to fast, and it just doesn't. It does not like that.
We'll have to lead the tanks through those warehouses.
Okay. Oh! Oh, dude! Holy cow. Jesus, I mean, if you're not expecting it, wow. Yeah, I'm trying to lock in as best I can. Trying to lock in as best I can with this game. I mean, we're kind of getting along at a decent enough tick now, I think. Did we do it? Where's the tanks? Oh, there they are. They're like shooting at nothing. Or no, holy cow, that's the freaking... Oh, that's those. Dude, my neighbors are making a lot of noise. I wonder if you guys can hear that in the recording. Yeah, I guess following the tanks is probably going to be the move. Oop, maybe. Oh! Uh-oh. Man, I wish I still had that G43. I don't really know what we're doing here. Are we moving up? I don't even have to walk, I can just let the tank push me. Uh-oh. Oh, thank goodness. Jeez. See, we're making our way through. I think we're getting closer to the end. We've been here for a little over an hour now, so we'll see how much longer we go. I think we're just about there.
Lieutenant, we can't get these tanks across the bridge with this damn hole in the way. Take your men across and capture this bridge before the Germans blow it up.
Are you crazy? We'll get slaughtered.
That's not
That's
a
what I'm
suggestion.
saying, buddy.
That is a direct order. Move out, or I'll execute you for treason myself.
Moving out. Oh, thank heavens.
See that? The bridge is still standing. Now get out there before they try it again. Move! Move! Move!
Oh my goodness, I think this is it. Oh, dude, I don't even know. What are we expecting here? Like, kind of quiet? Calm before the storm kind of situation? Am I just going for it? Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Yep. Yep. I kind of figured. They are all over this freaking bridge. And I am rapidly running out of ammunition as well, too. I mean, I've still got plenty in the MP40. Can I not? Oh, I thought I was invisible walled for a second there. Although it doesn't look like I can get in that way. Oh my goodness. Yeah, now I definitely still wish I had the freaking Gewehr, because this is, I think, is going to be pretty intense. Slow and steady, guys, right? Slow and steady. Ooh. I don't know about you guys, but I really think the soundtrack for this game is pretty epic, actually. They definitely captured the gravitas. Hey, so far so good. Oh, could it be? Yes, please. Thank you. Cross the bridge. Oh. Oh, come on, not that again. The worst thing is when these guys just freaking like try to just frag the crap out of you. Excuse me, sorry, I was so excited I had a hiccup. Okay, okay, you wanna freaking play that game? I'm trying. I am trying to cross the bridge. Oh, holy cow, dude. Okay, buddy. I don't... Come on now. You gotta get out of my way. Like, for real. I might not have any ammo, but I can still use it to scope the scene. What are we, like halfway through? We are getting pretty low on ammunition here. Oh, oh, dude. Ooh, come on, man. Holy cow. Ooh. Jeez. No way. I thought we hit a checkpoint. Are you serious? Okay, well, I'm gonna pause and get us back to the other side of the bridge. Okay, so we've crossed that bridge. I just basically got us a little bit back kind of where we were. There we go. Got the Gewehr again, and I kind of just kept all that. I just kind of stockpiled ammo for it and didn't really use it. Got a couple of health packs as well too, debating on whether or not I want to use one. Let's just hold out for now. Ooh. No. Come on, guys. Yeah, dude, you have to freaking... The Gewehr is pretty much like the perfect gun for this freaking map. Oh, come on. How many guys are going to hop on the machine gun, though? Yeah, we're still locked in on this one, guys. Kind of locked in. I might have to try to go around and flank them. Ooh, here we go. Nice, nice. Can I see them? The big problem right there is that I just can't see the last couple of guys that I need. Come on. Is that it? Oh. Jeez. Did we get it? Neutralize machine gun nest on top of South Tower. Where's that? Top of South Tower? South Tower is... So it's got to be that one. Yeah, no sprinting mechanic. That's kind of lame. Okay, are we switching to the BAR? Are we going into the tower? What are we doing here? Oh, is it... What are we doing here? Oh, I see, I see. Okay. Can I have the Thompson? Yeah, I guess that's enough ammo. A couple of health packs. Okay. Okay. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. Just trying to figure out how we get to where we need to go. Oh, I think I see. Oh, it is so dark. Ooh, jump scare. No, please. The music is getting increasingly tense. Where are we at here, guys? Dude, they are all over us. I just wish you would get shot and die. Like, actually, how come you just don't fucking die? Yeah, it's the issue of trying to navigate in this is exacerbated completely by the fact that 85% of my screen is essentially black. That's one of the things that makes this game so difficult. Yeah, we're making our way. Ooh, what are they, burning some documents in here? Boom! Uh-oh. Okay. Oh, what are we supposed to, like, defend it from? Oh, holy cow. Oh, buddy. I'm telling you, if I get blown up in this thing and it sends me all the way back, I'm gonna be so upset. Oh, holy cow. Dude, they're everywhere. Oh, did we get it? Oh, come on, really? Ooh, got the red, white, and the blue. Come on, guys. Is that it? Did we just win the freaking game? Oh, I really hope so. Come on. I think we're at like 83 minutes in, so we're like not quite an hour and a half. Did we really get it? Is that it?
March 1945. With the bridge across the Rhine into Remagen secured, the Allies pour into Germany, bringing the fight against the Nazis directly to the Third Reich's doorstep. German forces in the Ruhr River Valley surrendered as the Soviets reached Berlin. The once proud, seemingly invincible German army, which had sought to usurp additional territory from neighbors as far as the Soviet Union to the western edge of Europe and North Africa, is now forced to desperately defend and hold on to its own original homeland. The unconditional surrender of all German forces to the Allies, without which President Roosevelt had declared the war could not end, would not be long in the making. A world that had long been at war would soon be able to rejoice.
Nice. There you go. Look at that. Classy. I like that. Hey, that's that, man. Whew, that's a wrap. That's not really as long as I thought it was going to be, actually. Didn't take as much longer as I thought. Denkamushi? Ooh, that's an interesting name. Yeah, sorry if you guys are hearing a bunch of banging and crap in the background. My upstairs neighbors, I think, are having a party or some stupid crap like that. I mean, it is Friday night after all, but, you know.
We had to prove something. We had to prove that we was as good as anybody. We had to prove that we could handle tanks, gyro stabilizers, panoramic sights, all these technical things that belong in a tank. We shouldn't have had to do it, but we had to prove to America that we did it, which was a shame.
The guys that are doing this thing, they're just fanatics on it, which is wonderful. And, you know, the young kids can actually see what their granddads did, you know, and it actually comes home to them. And plus, it's, you know, it keeps you thinking all the time as well. So I love that kind of thing, you know. It's fascinating.
Against impossible odds, millions come forward to answer the call of their countries, their families, their lives.
Okay, really good. I do feel like you're rushing a bit, so you can slow down. You can slow down just a little
Really
bit.
fast.
And definitely you can slow down on that last line too. You know, against impossible odds. You know, you can really take your time to set up the drum.
So we had the speed, we had the durability, we had the tools to work with, but we still didn't have the armor. We only had 4 inches of armor. The Tiger Royal had 12. You couldn't knock him out if you hit him in front. So we learned ourselves how to defeat him.
Dude, that is just too cool. I love stuff like that. It's like we talked about in like the first couple episodes that just the reverence for the topic. Like, I don't know, look, maybe this is presumptuous for me to assume, but like, I don't necessarily know how many World War II, well, gosh, nowadays especially, but I don't know how many World War II veterans are being consulted and whatnot for modern World War II shooters. I mean, obviously it's like a quarter of the way through the 21st century, so it's really going to be hard to, find any surviving veterans from World War II, so I guess that's kind of a fair point that you don't really think about, considering the fact that this game literally was 20 years ago. I guess that kind of puts it into perspective. Because even from like, what, 45 to 04, I mean, you're talking 60 years. So, I mean, like, you know, these guys at this time, they wouldn't necessarily be like, well, gosh, I mean, they'd probably be like in their 70s or 80s. They're long gone now, dude. There's no way. I guess that was a pretty presumptuous thing for me to say. But even still, like, how many technical consultants do you think are coming on to modern, like, first-person shooters? Are there a lot? Like, I don't know. I'm not in the industry, but, like, I don't know that I've ever really seen any end credits like this. I was gonna say, I kind of feel like we got to the point where there wasn't really anything left in the credits as far as, like, additional content, but I have a little bit of a bonus for you. Don't go away just yet. Before we do our final outros and all the other gobbledygooks, I would like to share with you some extras. These are just kind of cool little things that we unlocked kind of through the process. Some of them I already had unlocked, but I think I unlocked a couple more during this playthrough. So I want to just kind of watch some of these, and maybe it'll add an extra little while for the runtime, but I think that's fine. Like I said, this is the 8th episode, the final episode special, so I wanted it to be special, and we earned the victory that we achieved after 8 months, or sorry, 8 months, oh my gosh, could you imagine that? I promise I'm not that bad at video games. After 8 episodes of this, I think we deserve a little bit of a treat, so let's see some behind-the-scenes stuff. Pretty sure that guy had a Car 98, which is not semi-auto, but that's okay. A for effort. Damn, dude, coming out the sewers. That was kind of interesting. We never saw, like, Jeeps in the American campaign. I mean, obviously it was a pretty big war, so, you know, they can't include everything. But it's just kind of funny that they made, like, a big to-do about it in the British one, about the Jeeps, and then they didn't have any in the American part of it. Oh, dude. Oh, come on. Are you serious? Somebody took the time to animate that. I think a lot of these assets... Yeah, I remember that. I think maybe a lot of these animations just kind of weren't really used, because I don't remember seeing anything with, like, mortars.
Go, go, go! Sharpshooter! Help me! Stay still. Stay still. I don't want to die. Well, comrade.
Ooh. I think that glitching at the bottom of the screen is part of the actual animation reel. Ooh, down the stairs. Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. I think homie got ran over. Jeez. Kind of brutal. Okay, not bad, not bad. Oh, okay. I see what you're doing there, buddy. Now, could you imagine if the Pixar lamp whooped out a freaking Thompson machine gun? I won't really go through the artwork one that much. It's just kind of like, it's still frames. There's some cool stuff in there like that. Yeah, a couple of neat little things. These images kind of like, I kind of think these go pretty hard. There's just something about the dichotomy of like the burning stuff on the snow. That's pretty cool. Hey, that's that first level, man. Episode 1. This one is kind of interesting to me because, like, there wasn't really anything naval in this game at all. So I mean, it's cool, but I wonder what the thought process was. I'd be curious to know kind of what they were going for when they first went into it. Because, I mean, obviously a lot of stuff always gets left on the cutting room floor. But I wonder if they kind of had a different direction. Because it's basically just like European front, you know, ground warfare. So, yeah. I would be curious to know if there was any, like, plans for any naval stuff.
Against impossible odds, millions come forward to answer the call of their countries, their families, their lives.
Yeah, if only it were that bright. Like, come on, guys. That's so bad.
We can't take back Stalingrad unless we control that bunker.
I wonder if it's gonna go like Soviet, then British, and then American for the making ofs. My brother over there has a freaking absolute unit of a chin. Oh my gosh. Crimson Chin over here prior to his superhero days.
It was no surprise I was assigned to the 24th Tank Corps. I live for the day we grind Berlin beneath our tracks. Perhaps it's this aggressiveness that won me my own tank crew and assignment in Stalingrad.
Oh wow.
Okay, Lieutenant. Okay, Lieutenant. Oh, yeah. Okay, Lieutenant. We have our orders.
I'm telling you, this song though, like, I like it quite a bit. Some of the freaking like concept pictures or whatever the term would be for those, like, I'd like to see, because I imagine those are probably, I don't even know what they would be, oil paintings or something. I'd like to see the originals of those because they look so cool. That kind of would maybe be something like if I would ever to look into it, if I were to ever look into it, I'd like to try to find some prints of those because I think those would make really good, like, just kind of, you know, stuff for the studio just to kind of hang. Because some of those images are awesome, dude. Nice. So that was part 1. Yeah, it seemed like that was just all the Soviet stuff. I wonder if this is just going to be British, and then number 3 is probably going to be American.
My wife finally wrote saying Edward Carlisle just asked to do something else. So I did. It turns out having a background in teaching chemistry can get you out of a desk job pretty quick if you have a mind to.
Yeah, in a previous episode, we discovered that that guy who voices that character voiced a few side characters in regular show, which personally for me, if you have tuned into the channel for any length of time, you've probably heard me talk about like old cartoons and miscellaneous stuff like that. And regular show's pretty much on the top 3, that along with Adventure Time and Gravity Falls as far as like absolute favorite shows from like my childhood. Formative stuff, you know.
Carlisle, use your sticky bombs on that Panzer. Wir haben auf Genischen geschossen. Verschnockt mal. Oh, get ready, Carlisle.
I find it pretty impressive that they were able to put like videos and stuff like this on onto a disc for a GameCube console. And I mean, obviously it doesn't look like great. You ain't working with no like freaking 1080p freaking, you know, 2K, 4K. It's like, this is pretty crude stuff. But that the fact that they were able to put it on a game console like that, that's pretty impressive to me. I just love little extras like this. Like, I don't really know, is this really even something that is a thing on video games anymore? Like, making of stuff, behind the scenes stuff, like, that's pretty, like, I don't know, you know? Just not really something that I see anymore. Nice, that was kind of cool. Okay, one more. I'll keep you guys for just a little bit longer. Like I said, special occasion. Last episode of Call of Duty Finest Hour. This is it. You know, we're obviously not going to be touching the game again, but you'll have all these 8 episodes to go back and rewatch if you want to watch me completely struggle with playing this game.
My name is Chuck Walker. I've been attached to the First Army, the Big Red One, for a long time now. I fought in North Africa and Sicily. I landed in Normandy on D-Day. Every day I fight to save my life and the lives of my men. I'm proud we're on the front lines. I know none of us are going home until the Germans surrender completely. When they do, we want to be right there. German anti-tank, top floor, dead ahead!
I wonder if that's like Latin or something, or if that's just like... Like, is that Latin, or is that just sort of like... just
My name is
sounds?
Sam Rivers. The day after the attack on Pearl Harbor, me and my best friend Jim rushed to enlist in the U.S. Army. Most of our buddies from the neighborhood in Chicago did the same. I was only 18.
Not gonna lie, that level was probably one of my favorites.
Woo! Let's roll! She's all fixed.
They can come out of it. They can bring it to Forte. Just like a simple crescendo roll.
Aim for victory. Well, we indeed aimed for victory, and we achieved it. Like I said, guys, that's about it. That about wraps it up. If you stuck around for the whole episode, that's pretty impressive. It's been like an hour and 40 minutes, I think, or something to that effect. But hey, I warned you in the last one. This was going to be a long one. As you could probably tell from my voice, I'm getting a little tuckered out. It's sweepy time, night time. But yeah, this was actually really fun. Believe me, despite the fact that I was getting kind of frustrated with the game up at the end there. I mean, that's just how it goes, right? Everybody who's a gamer has been frustrated with a video game. It's just the challenge is what makes the success so much sweeter, right? So yeah, that was Call of Duty Finest Hour. I appreciate you sticking around with me throughout our first series in the Nostalgia Pizza Party Friday nights. I won't spoil what I've got planned for next week, primarily because I'm just not quite sure just yet. I've got a couple of things that I'm floating around in my head. But regardless, I hope you tune in next Friday and check that out. I promise you it's not necessarily going to be another, it won't be another like full playthrough like this. We'll do some palette cleansing stuff, and we'll do some, a few different games before we dive back into like an actual episodes long series. But in the meanwhile, if you have not already, I would really appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel, maybe leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it. We had some fun, killed some Nazis, watched some behind the scenes stuff for this excellent game. It is one of the games of all time. No, it wasn't too bad. Yeah, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Go back through, check out some of the content. There should be a pretty hefty backlog of stuff by now, if you're tuning into this as it's being released. If you've only been tuning into the Nostalgia Pizza Parties. Like I said in the beginning of the episode, we also do the Minecraft relaxation blocks on Mondays and the Wildcard Wednesdays on, you guessed it, Wednesdays. So with that being said, I hope you have a good rest of your night. Good weekend. If you are indeed watching this on Friday, make sure you get plenty of sleep. Make sure that you stay hydrated. Brush your teeth before you go to bed. And I will see you next time.